Hey guys, it's RCK and I'm glad to have you back here again for our next Naba episode. Of course, today we're going to be going over turn 63 and 64, so let's go ahead and look. Research. So we finished Enchantment 9, which is pretty good. Casting a few spells. We see two globals going up. Other than that, we've cast some Gulas. We have Weeping this Throne here. Of course, it still has the high level, high Earth, Astral, Nature monolith in it, but we should be able to take it out. We see some raiding forces here from Lemuria. See Pangea fighting Olmsteel. Not too big of a deal. We have a few. This is from Vengeful Waters that Ermor put up. It's catching a few of our scouts. Very unfortunate. Plague Cult has been eradicated, which is good. Interesting that's underwater. Handful of gems. Just a few events here and there. Not too much actually is happening this turn. So, we are casting Teleport back to the mod. Don't exactly remember why we brought him there. But the rest of these guys are staying put for now. Everyone else should be moving around. We should be taking 18 relatively soon, and we are getting ready for our war with Ermor. So things should be going okay. Making a skull face, just a higher death booster, of course. Anything else going on at home? Just a lot of research in here. We're up to 4,400 research points per turn. Not too bad, but could be better. We are finishing up a couple of our paths up to 9. Enchantment's already done, Evocation's already done, so we have some nice things like Flames from the Sky, Flamestorm, not really Meteor Showers much. And what do we want in enchantment that we got? I wish we put Gift of Nature's Bounty. Uh, Army of Heroes. That's a pretty big one for us. Giving everything armor pierce and attack skill. Is armor pierce? I don't remember what that is. I just know attack skill +4 is pretty great. Other than that, we will be going for construction level 9 for weapons of ice and flame. But first, do we have to have conjuration? No. So at conjuration 8, we can make a Merid, which is like a water 3, fire 3, which is a great caster for weapons of fire and ice, which is a pretty awkward spell to cast, but in DE it is great, okay? So what this does, it gives everything armor pierce damage and then 5% gain armor negate in magic weapons instead. But armor piercing on all our units is going to be awesome. We're going to be able to cut through so much stuff. So yeah, that's what we're really looking for and going for construction level 9 there. And then of course alteration level 9s has great things like Army of Gold, Army of Lead. So that's a pretty big one. Other than that, we could be hitting stuff like Warriors of Muspelheim, like giving everyone the cold resistance. Yes, that's the cold one. Liquefy, slow motion. I mean, slow motion's good as long as you have a water mage high enough to cast it. It doesn't affect friendly units, so it only hits enemies. It slows them 50% and gives attack skill and defense skill -2, so it's a pretty decent debuff there. Will of Fates is also a good one, giving everyone luck on the battlefield. All your troops, but of course not the enemy troops. That should be about it. So yeah, some very interesting spells we have planned out for us, of course. And we should be casting a Merid somewhere. Don't know where it's at, but I'm sure we're making one somewhere. If not, we'll be making them next turn. We also did end up making the Seal of Solomon, which is a very nice DE item. I think it's just DE we haven't actually used it yet. It's going to give you one of every demon, so it's going to give you the Fiend of Darkness, it's going to give you Storm Demon, the Ice one, Devil, Demon Knight. I think it's just those 5. Let's see. Same. I wanna. Damn it. Pentagram 4 opens the gate. Fiends from 5. Infernal Realm. So yeah, that's all of them. Okay. So it gives you 5 demons every turn. Not too bad. Uh, we do have a Bishop Fish here, and we should have made them a flying carpet, but I didn't think about it. And honestly, it's going to be staying with the army anyway, so it's not necessarily needed. So, won't be too bad. Of course, this is a lot of mages here, but we will be moving the troops in shortly to fill the ranks. We're leaving these over here. Well, reason why we haven't separated, of course, we don't necessarily want to doom stack too much, and even this is a pretty big doom stack. Honestly, we probably should even have less than this. But we will be attacking Ermor from multiple sides when we do fight him. So I'm sure he'll give up land on either one. Of course, more than likely his armies are more situated over here. That's why we left more troops over here. And if we need to get the mages over there, we can just get them. They're really fast. So other than that, I think we're getting them ready to either attack that throne or something like that. But yeah, most of his armies are situated over here since he's been fighting Pangea. But honestly, I mean, we see Long Dead, we see the Equites here, which are pretty tough. We see Principes and Sacred Challenge, Equites, Principes. I mean, of course, he's going to have magic in it, but honestly, the armies don't look all too strong. I mean, yeah, the Equites are probably the strongest things that he has. Long Dead don't necessarily care about. There's a lot of mages in there. So, we should be okay-ish. See, Lemuria has taken about all of this here. So it's pushed Pangea off of Alm, so that is very interesting. Otherwise, we do see Pangea stacking up here, more than likely to go into Lemuria. I think Pangea is pretty decently sized. I mean, of course, Lemuria is too at the moment, but Lemuria's been at war for so long. So we will definitely see how that goes. It looks like the other Pangea is still alive here in the capital. No one's taken his cap yet. We can tell by the different horns here on the flags. So very interesting there. I don't know who will be going in to take that. More than likely, I thought Micklin will be, and it also looks like Pangea, the other Pangea, of course, is not around directly. Of course, I don't think Lemuria would go in. And I think that Ermor's troops are just kind of too far away at the moment. I don't necessarily know what's right here, but still. So that's all for turn 63. Sorry if I'm going over these rather fast. It's been a very long time since I've done this turn. I think it's almost been getting close to a year now since this game was over. Which I have plenty other games that are saved up. It's just taking the time to record them. 2 or 3 more, might even be more than that. A couple more wins. So, we do see a very, very large force here on top of Pangea by Micklin. Even brought his god from the looks of it. And of course, we'll look at this army just to see. He's getting mirror image from a moon bowl that is located somewhere. Arcane lens. Ring of levitation. Yeah, this here is his god. Lots lots and lots of water gems. There's the moon bowl. What's he have on there? Siege strength plus 100. I think that's a unique item. I don't remember. So far, Melancholy is up. Scale of Sloth set to 3. Dominions reduced by 1 and 2. All units of province must check MR check versus 10. They do, they desert. Interesting. Ripper of Winter is up. Don't know who cast the Melancholy. And Heat from Hell is up. Ooh, hold on. If you cast both Grip of Winter and Heat from Hell, they'll cancel each other out. Probably just an oversight there from Zan, but I'm sure he knows that by now. Nice fella there. See, Sacred Grove here from Ermor. Very interesting. Go ahead and take a look at that. This is in Ermor. Some monster summoner. I guess some kind of summon. It's a Holy 3. Interesting. It's an eyeball. Floating eye. Should just have a lot of these ice crafters. Don't necessarily know where he got those from. I guess some sort of site. But there's a forge bonus to them. Not too bad. It's nice things to have for sure. Of course, our scout has just perished. Uh-oh. Our guys are starting to starve. We'll be out of there. Oh, there's no lab there either. Unfortunate. Of course, we do have our supplies sorted out in other locations. So we're pretty good on that. If anything, we do have a couple more endless bags of wine here and there. Enormous cauldron of broth. We should have sorted this out, honestly. But at this point in the game, it's so late, it doesn't really matter. There's so many items everywhere. And yes, we are moving to take that. Throw in there. It looks like in one turn, and we're summoning that Maria this turn, actually. And we'll have him ready to go next turn to go into the fort there, and with the armor pierce and whatnot from having construction level 9. Yes, so because we'll get that next turn as well. We should be easily able to take out a monolith regardless of what his protection is with our half-giant troops. And yes, we'll look and see. So it does give you a Fiend of Darkness. Pretty decent. A Devil. Ice, or no, Frost Fiend, sorry. Storm Demon, and a Demon Knight, which are all pretty good units. And in their own right, kind of expensive per slave, so getting a bunch free. Excuse me, getting a couple free per turn is always very, very nice. Doing some blood hunting here and there. It's not as great as we probably want it to be, but we are summoning it just about every other turn. And we're also casting Black Death twice on Ermor's Cap. Yeah, that escalated, but that's kind of what he gets for shooting us with arrows while we have a nap. Should have... Thought cast it another time. But yeah, this should knock whatever his population is in half twice. So if it's 43,000, it's going to be knocked down to like 21.5, and then knocked down to like 10.5. So like 10,000. Also, still haven't hit the 2K mark on our cap yet, so that is unfortunate. Anything too important here? No, not really. Auspex and Levanti Magic. Yeah. So we see a decently sized force there on Pangean Cap. We also see a pretty large force there on 255, so that's pretty interesting to see from Mickland. But we still have a nap, so I'm not worried. This is a good guy. I'm not ever really worried of him breaking a nap. I mean, if he ends it, he ends it. You know, it happens. But as far as breaking nap, I do trust him over here. MMA Micklin is a nation I should try out. Honestly, I think it'd be pretty fun. Just have to get the blitz right, I suppose. So that's really all this turn. I mean, not too much. I mean, there is no battles, of course, other than battles with other people. We haven't took the throne yet, so we're waiting to do that. We haven't gone to war with Ermor. So that's it for this one, guys. Pretty short turn here. Not too much to talk about. So that'll be turn 64. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.